Alright, for this trip I got Onyx, which is a lot easier. And we camped up in here, this area here. I originally wanted to camp here. This is what I say is my original waypoint. And my reason for camping here was mainly I wanted to check out this land that was for sale online. From a distance, I just wanted to check the area. Just gave me a reason to come up here. It was all kind of dirt roads coming in. Up this trail here is where I had to turn around and hit that stump. And this is the south side trail that I ended up camping on. And then the first trail I walked on was this guy up until this draw, and then I just turned around. And then the next morning is when I walked back on this trail that I came in, and then walked the trail that I was originally planning on taking, and I walked that all the way up to this waypoint. Yeah, that's pretty much the overview, and we'll get into it. Alright, we just pulled off the dirt road, service road. We got the dog with us on this trip, and it looks already pretty technical, which I'm excited about. Definitely a tight trail. I'm pumped about this. Hopefully it looks as cool as I think it will when we get there. But so far, so good. Alright, so I think we're at the end of this trail. This would have to be a walk-in or with an ATV. It's just too skinny. I could really beat it up and work on it, but I don't even know if that bridge here could hold me. And I don't want to find out the hard way. I'm gonna say that's a negative. I don't think that would stand a chance against my 4,000 or 5,000 pounds. So we're gonna, well, we can turn around, and then there's another trail just south that's closer to the plot of land I want to check out anyway, so we'll give that a shot. But it was really tight getting in here, so, and I didn't get very far, so I think it's a good thing this happened now. It's gorgeous though. Look at that. Look at that wall. I think that wall's pretty cool. And this little beaver pond. So Remy seems to have a lot of fun right now, so that's good. But we'll turn back and find a different spot. Well, a loud noise stopped right away. That wasn't good. I clipped that thing and kind of pulled my bumper off. But worse than that was kind of hitting the fender here. So it's actually a real bummer. But part of the risk I take by doing this, I don't know if you can really see it in the video, but we'll have work to do when we go home now. And that means I gotta work on the new bumper design for the front. But yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Okay, so we came in on the south trail now. Came down. That's unfortunate. And it ends pretty much where this creek comes in, which is just because I can't cross it. I mean, maybe I could, but I'm not gonna try that. There's this old, huge beaver dam. So I'm guessing this once used to be all full. And then they cut through it. But the trail I would have to go down across the river is here. But nonetheless, looks like an awesome camping spot, so I'm camping here. Thought about pulling the car right here, so I'm kind of down here, but I didn't want to do everything in that grass, so I'm just staying up there with the car. But it looks pretty cool down here. We got a river, so I'm not worried about getting water stuff, especially for the dog. Let's see here. Looks really cool over here. I like this spot a lot. I actually like this better than where I think I would have been on them when I first was looking for a spot where we couldn't get to. But yeah, they must have came and cut that beaver dam. But that's quite the beaver dam there. But super cool, pumped. And it's time to kind of get the tent up. I don't know if I'm gonna make a fire tonight because it's still kind of windy and very, very high likelihood of forest fires right now. So even with the water right here and having a big old bucket, I want to wait till tomorrow when the wind's not howling. So, but yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I'll probably walk with Remy up that trail tomorrow and see what we see. We already got bugs, which everyone knows how much I like those. I think Remy's happy. He's happy to get out of the car after 5 hours. Here's the picture of it set up. All right, quick update. Tent is on the roof. The icehouse tent. This is my first run with it. We'll see how I like it. It's probably gonna get hot, but it's not that warm out right now, and then it drops to 30 some degrees tonight, so I might like that. Kind of looks goofy, but you know what? If it works, I really don't care. It's not gonna rain tonight. Tomorrow I'll experiment with the rain fly. Right now I'm gonna take Remy on a walk because he's a little antsy, and I want to go walk. So yeah, I want this wind to die down before I do any cooking, and I'm not that hungry yet. So yeah, time to have some fun on this walk. We've been walking for about a half hour. A couple cool cutouts, like kind of rocky things like that we've checked out. Overall, the trail just kind of looks like this, I'd say, so far. I know we're coming up to more of a draw area soon. Excited to see what that looks like. I don't want to go too much farther because it's already close to 4 and he's supposed to eat at 4. So, yeah. But nothing that interesting, just kind of going. Well, we came down, got to the meadow. Looks really pretty. Little tiny stream going to the other meadow. So we'll see, maybe a little bit farther, but then I'll turn around. It kind of gets to be the same old again. Here we got some cool pictures. This one's looking north, just at the pond. And this one's also looking north, where it crosses the pond. And this guy is looking south. So, not sure how well it'll show up on video, but someone snowmobiled this without much snow. The track running there for the skis, and then the scrape of the carbide there, and then the track tearing it up a little bit on this high spot. I don't know, maybe that's not that interesting, but thought it was kind of interesting, so there you go. Alright, we're back from our walk. The tent didn't go anywhere, which makes me very happy. That means I can sleep in it tonight without worrying about anything. I'm getting hungry now, so I'm gonna probably start cooking stuff, and then after that, maybe then I'll make my fire pit somewhere, maybe over there, maybe closer to the water. In case something goes wrong, then I'm really close to the water. That would be kind of nice, and it would look cooler. Found some artifacts. A couple shotgun shells, 12 and 20 gauge, and then we got a couple beers. I'll have to look those up. Might have to try those. Rem. We got some G-Tech gloves. Not sure if those are good gloves, but maybe I take those. Maybe they're good gloves. I don't know. They actually don't look that bad. Yeah, we'll probably just throw that stuff away, to be honest. Maybe not the gloves. Might want those gloves. But what do you think, Rem? Rem says no to the gloves. He goes, that's a waste. He's probably right. Bugs are pretty bad. Not as bad as that first camp out here, but they're not great. So it'll be a real test to see if that ice house can do its job with the bugs, or if I'm gonna really regret life and just end up sleeping in the car or pitching. I brought the other tent just in case. I'm not afraid of pitching that up at night. That might have to happen. He's eating grass, so he's probably gonna throw up. What do you think, Rem? Yeah, he's been whining. He gets bored, confused, and then he starts whining. Anyway, I'll update later. Got done making food. Made some burgers. Probably should have taken a picture of it, but I didn't. Came down, sitting on the lawn chair here. Got Remy and the stream. Played a little bit of guitar. I suck, so I'm not putting any of that in there. Yeah, it's not that late yet, but we'll just sit here. It's getting colder for sure. I threw my windbreaker on. So we'll see how tonight goes. I have nothing set up inside yet of the tent, but everything's at least up there. So yeah, I'll probably take a video of that and then I'll just go to bed. I'm tired. I bet Remy's pretty tired. It was a long drive up here. Tomorrow's another big day. I'd like to walk maybe to where I was supposed to camp and see what that looks like, just because I'm curious. And that's a long hike, so yeah. I'm hoping it's not as windy tomorrow, then I will feel more comfortable about bringing some racks together and getting some sort of fire pit established. But if there's any bit of wind like there is right now, I am not doing that. Yeah, I got nothing much else. So, yep. Good morning. I went to bed at like 8:39 last night, so pretty early. That's pretty much when it was getting dark and starting to get colder, so I just crawled in. Woke up at sunrise at like 4:45, 5 here. Remy was starting to make some noise, so he either heard me wake up and probably wanted to let me know that he needed to pee. I got some cool pictures of sunrise. Sunrise was awesome. Should have taken a video. Completely forgot. But we're just gonna start our walk to where I was supposed to camp, just to see what it looks like. And this guy wants to run. He was not gonna let me crawl back in and sleep, so that's what we're doing right now. Should be good. Should be quite a while till we get there. Should be quite a big walk, so yeah. Anyway, I'll update you later. This was the gorgeous sunrise. Coming up to our first cool draw. So at this point we're past where I couldn't get with the car last night. So this is all new to me. Looks pretty cool. Remy's enjoying the walk. Looks like this used to be full. Beaver filled. Really neat spot though, I swear. If I had gotten here, I would have considered camping here. This is pretty cool. This is really cool, actually. Huge fan. We had a little bit of a signal there for a minute when we got to the junction of the trails. That was cool. Got some texts in, and then I was able to send a couple out, I think. I don't know if they went through or not, but this is pretty cool. We'll probably check this out a little bit, It's cool with the water gone in this. Probably that was the dam where it burst. How you can see all what the beavers do underwater. So anyway, so we found the trail, the last little segment that gets to the original waypoint that I was looking to get to. Would not have been able to get to this with the car. So it makes me feel better about turning around when I did, not trying to keep going further. In the future, maybe I should be doing this by foot before I just try and drive the car through. Imagine that. But yeah, should be getting there, I don't know, next few hundred feet here. I'd say this is probably the highest point in the general area for what I could see on the map. Really not that exciting, but just thought I'd share that. So now coming off the trail right over there, this is where my waypoint was. Just like a hop, skip, and a jump down from that tall point. But let me 0.5 this. So hopefully that helps. Just a big rock face. Stretches from the trail over and kind of all over in here. It's pretty flat. Still think it'd be an awesome place to camp. But obviously you can't really get the car back here, and it'd be more of a hiking spot. But that would still be really, really cool. I don't think anybody's been back here for a long time, considering the trail to get in was pretty much completely blocked and non-existent and overgrown. All the above. Like, come on. That would be a great spot. Right there. Anywhere. They have a lot of flat rock spots here. I like that. Flat rock spots are good. So, yeah, we'll tool around, I think, a little bit longer. See what there is to see. And then we're gonna just walk back. So I'm ready to walk back. I'm ready to get some water. And, yeah. Anyway, cool. Oh, we came up on the right side here. Looks like someone hunts here. It's pretty cool. They got a stand set up. I guess they got a barrel down there. But I'd imagine a pretty good spot to hunt. Looks like an in better shape stand, so. And there's a couple remnants of old ones, one in that over there, and then there's one, I don't know if you can tell. Oh, there we go, on that tree there. Yeah. So, anyway, now we're gonna head back. Just a cool picture of the pond. So, heard this on the way up, but wanted to check it out with more light out on the way back. Just off the trail, but super cool. Small little cascade in this stream here. I'll try and pan around to get a better look. Oh, I guess Rem gets to go first. Come on now. Yeah. I don't know. Not big. Nothing crazy, but kind of cool. Now, if only this was hot springs, that would be pretty cool. Yeah. Nothing that interesting here other than that sun poking through is gorgeous. And Remy's having a good time. We're almost halfway back. It's 7:30 now. Yeah, I'm getting thirsty. Another cool picture. Alright, we're back from our walk. Just kind of looking at this right now. Got some music going somewhere else, kind of high minus looking at this. But, yeah. Anyway, I'll update you if anything changes. Well, we spent some time working on this. Rem's taking a little snoozer. The bumper is back on a lot more rigidly. I'm messing around with this, so this trim all kind of just cracked apart. To give a reference, this is what the other side looks like. So that kind of sucks, but I already had this trim missing. And so now, I mean, I guess I get to do something with all of it now. So I'll start brainstorming that. For the time being, it's not the end of the world, so. Not too bummed, I'm just glad it's put back together. It's pretty sturdy, so I'm not worried about it flying off on the road now. So, yep, might make my fire pit over there now. We'll see, it's only 10:15, so not a day left, so that's good. Alright, it's about 11:30. I'm just laying with the dog right now. Sitting on the tailgate. Listening to some music, morale is high. Thinking about whether the Wolves won last night or not. All I got from texts that came through was that the game is pretty much over. I can come help you or something like that from one of my roommates. So that didn't give me insight on whether the game was over for our benefit of us or benefit of OKC, but I started with the hole for the fire ring. I gotta find rocks. There's like surprisingly no rocks around here. Up the trail I'm hoping there's some rocks, but I'll go do that a little bit later. And washed my underwear. So far somewhat productive, but right now taking a little snoozer. Another update. Rem's taking a good nap. Finished the fire ring. And just one small rake is what ended up in there. I don't know that I want to light anything in here though. If the wind dies down a little bit more, maybe. But I don't know. Still pretty close to everything, and everything's pretty dry, so I have a big bucket that I can fill up with water, that I will fill up with water, but I don't know. It remains to be seen. Maybe I'll keep raking around, and after raking around I'll feel a little bit better about it, but right now I'm going to take a little breather. This is just a funny picture of Remy laying in the fire pit. So we tried to start a fire and it went up super fast with just a lighter, and I poured water on it right away. That was a good experiment. If it would have gotten outside, it would have done exactly what it did there, which was a little scary. So we're trying to pan on grill for some bacon and hash browns because I'm starving. And I want to save the brats for tonight. Even though I do have like 6 of them, I still would rather have this and then brats. So we're going to try that. Otherwise, we'll eat the brats. But that's where I'm at. Remy threw up a bunch of grass. I called that. So, yeah. I don't even feel that bad. And he was eating all sorts of animal shit. So hopefully he bounces back after he eats at 4 here, but right now he's pretty tired. We went on a long walk too though. But yeah, I'm gonna eat. This is a cool picture, just that deer that I saw when I got there. And then this is looking left to where I saw the deer. And then this one is gonna be looking straight ahead. And then this one is looking to the right. Once again, sitting with Remy here. We walk down to the left here. There's more of a river. stream, I guess more of a river looking thing than this stream that it flows into. So we went and checked that out. Saw probably 3 deer, which was pretty cool. I only got a picture of one before they were off. That's where the private land is. That's for sale. So I guess I could see it from across the river, which was kind of cool. Other than that, not much to share. We're just kind of hanging out. I don't know. I'm not hungry yet, so I don't know if I'll make the brats that I have or not. But just got a little tunes and hanging with the dog on the lap. It's tough to beat that, so we'll see where the night goes, but it's already 4:15, so we're getting to the end of the day again. Got probably another 4.5 hours before I crawl into bed, but I'll be ready for it. Well, it's been another couple hours, I think. Maybe not, but it's 6:30 right now. Remy's on the lap on the tailgate now. We walked down to the stream a couple more times, and that's about it. Haven't been doing much. I really wish we could have a fire going. Let's see if we can do this. Boom. I really wish we could have fire going, but I'm just not comfortable doing that right now. It's probably for the better. So, yeah. We'll just sit here until probably 7:30, 8. Remy probably wants me to stay here till 8:39 before I put him in the kennel, but I don't know. I just want to go to bed, wake up tomorrow, and get out of here. Yeah. That's about all I got. Finally getting in bed. It's 8:30. Remy wanted to keep staying out, but he wanted to keep laying on my lap, which was cool, but I was ready for bed. I don't think I've ever showed you the setup. We got some tarps and stuff and hammock. I guess I don't need everything in there, and then the extra tents in there too. Yeah, body armor, pee bottle in case. A lot of height room. And I've got a ton of blankets over my sleeping bag. And then my clothes, outerwear over in that corner. Yeah, I like it. It's pretty spacious. So far, bugs haven't been a problem. I would love to have wood to knock on right now, but I don't. So that kind of sucks. But hopefully that continues tonight. Yeah, I got nothing else to report. I'm freaking tired. Sunset is behind the trees and behind the hills, so not much to see there. Anyway, good night. So that was a long night. It was really cold. It was colder than the night before, for sure. And just the heat getting sucked out of me kind of sucked from underneath me. I had enough blankets, but underneath I just couldn't stay warm. So I was tossing and turning quite a bit once 2 a.m. hit. And Remy, I don't think was doing that hot either. So he was also starting to whine, especially every time I moved around. So around 3:30 I came out and we laid in the back seat together till 7. And yeah, then I got out, cleaned everything up, and we're getting out of here. Glad the car started. Remy was excited to get in the kennel this time because he knew we were leaving. So, yep, now that's the end of my trip here. That was average. That wasn't that exciting. Not being able to have a bonfire kind of sucked. So, campsite was cool though. I would consider coming back. Definitely would be buggy though. All the lowland, all the water. Anyway, see ya.